Hey everybody, Nick here, and today got a little bit of disassembly and maintenance to do for you on this little guy right here. This is the Artisan Cutlery Laconico. Yeah, I don't even remember the name of this knife, but I'm sure I'll figure it out in time to post this video title. The name is whatever it's called in the video title. Interesting piece. Front flipper. Action right now, not so good, actually. It feels like there's a fair amount of grit trapped up inside there. So hopefully we're going to do some good here. I'm going to see if I can't take this guy down from the front. That seems like it'll be better. Hey, that's not free spinning. That's nice. Oh, wait, hold on. But the pivot here is coming in from the... Okay, that's okay. So it is actually free spinning. It just happened to work out. All right, let's pop this loose. And by the way, centering was not quite right when we started here, but hopefully it will be better when we finish. And we've taken this out. By the way, lanyard hole. Nice. Well done. Oh, there we go. Lift this whole affair off. And come on. Come on. Loose. Loosen. Loosen, you bastard. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. All right. Oh, wow. There is a lot of gunk up in this. No wonder it feels so rough. It's got, looks like metal shavings all up in there. This carbon fiber is pretty busted on the inside. Okay. Yeah, I bet we're going to be able to do some good here. And the reason I say that is just that, well, right now, this was, whoever was putting this together did not give anything approximating a damn. And that's okay. Not really, but what it does mean, though, is that likely we are going to be able to do a lot of good here. We're going to be able to fix this guy up, do things a lot better. And if you're ever curious, by the way, about any of the tools that I'm using for my knife disassemblies, go ahead and check out nickshabazz.com/tools, and you will see a video with a list of every damn thing that I use. That might be helpful for you. Cleaning this out here with a Q-tip. What's interesting to me is that some of that darkness isn't gunk. That's just inherent to the process here. Clean that up a little bit. I'm using this somewhat dirty pad from the last one, and then I'll move to something cleaner once we get things a little cleaner. But there is some serious gunktion up in this, and I want to get the majority of that out before I start dirtying a clean pad. As I throw the pivot, that's okay. All right, put this in here. Wow, this thing was not. You know, that's the joy, and I've said this in 50 other disassemblies, but I'll say it again right now. Part of the joy of doing this process, of doing this takedown, is that you will almost by definition give more of a crap about the disassembly process and the assembly process than the person who was doing it the first time. Particularly with some of these overseas-made pieces where it's just like, you know that they are, well, frankly, putting together 500 of these in a shift, and so they're really, the goal here is not absolute precision for each one of them. If that is your goal, as you're putting this guy together, you can generally do better. The world can be a slightly better place. All right, so now let's go ahead and clean off the rest of this. We're also going to use probably some high quality lubrication, etc. We got some choices here. I should remember that I started off by unscrew, so the pivot needs to go into this side. It shouldn't actually matter in practice, and maybe it doesn't, but I don't want to mess with it. I'm going to go ahead and use some 10-weight nano oil for this guy, being a bearing action knife. That should be okay. And let's go ahead and put this through here. Beautiful. Let's rotate this a little bit here. Just use some tweezers. The goal of this, grab a little bit of fuzz off of there. Goal of this is just to distribute that lubrication a little bit better. Next step is going to be to, yeah, I think we're lubricated. Put a little bit onto the, did I put any on the pivot? Probably. Be an Shabazz over here, but let's drop this into place. And now we're going to put a little lubrication into the detent ball hole. That will allow that to lubricate the detent ball path, and life should be good. Now we'll put a little bit here onto the bearing race on this side. Just going to rotate here. Get everything rotated. Okay, now we're ready to put this guy back together. All we need to do is snap things into position here. There we go. Needed to lift the lock bar here in order for everything to pop back into position. I lost it. That's okay. But I use a little bit of thread locker here. It looks like there was no thread locker on it from the factory. That's okay. Again, at some level, I'd rather I do it. So we'll tighten that down a little bit. Maybe a little over tight, but that's okay. We don't need it. Now I'll put this into position here using T6 screw. Here we go. Oh, happy little accident there. Beautiful. And let's just clean off that bit of thread locker. Won't hurt anything. And then we will put a little bit of thread locker on this, put this together, and hopefully this will run a little better by the time we're done. We'll see. So far, so good. Well, not making a big difference the last disassembly. Let's see whether this... Whoa. Okay. Something ain't quite right there. Well, is it? No, it's just way smoother. The tent isn't as strong as I'd like. But no, what I was feeling there is actually there is no blade play here. So it just really did get that much smoother, which is nice. Yeah, looks like we're good to go here, actually. There you go. All right, well, hope that was interesting to you, and have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.